The following is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports.
Elliot Birch will turn with it with 12. At the blue line, walking in, Reese with a shot off the goal post. They try to stop it in, they score! It is tied at
2. It's time for the 2025 State Hockey Tournament presented by Kubota on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. The State Hockey Tournament is brought to you by AGE, Papa Murphy's, AirTech, Hepper's Sports Center, Beck Motors, Xander Auto Parts, May Adam, and Lake Area Tech.
Pesca will pick it up. She'll turn, that centering pass, they score! Aniston Murray makes it 3-0.
And by Whale Construction, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Kathy Sunshine Properties, Weatherall Roofing, Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, Envirotech, and Pelican Power Sports.
As it's played back here to the near side, there's a shot, they score! A power play goal! Riley Hepper makes it 1-0.
And by Wagner Auto, the Hockey Headquarters, the Field House, Ferding Electric, First United Methodist Church, Hermanson Endodontics, and the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association.
7 seconds to go. It is moving up. Aberdeen, they know they're going to win the hockey game. 1-0 is the final score. Aberdeen, the 2024 state champions.
And now to the Kubota booth for the call of the game. Here's John Winkler and Jim Lloyd.
And we welcome you here for game number 2, as it is the Watertown Lakers, Mitchell Marlins, in our second game of the day, the winner to the Consolation Championship. We know that they will face the Sioux Center Storm as we pull up the brackets, we'll pull the bracket on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Sioux Center has already moved on with an 8-3 win over the Rushmore Thunder. Winner of this game will take on the Storm in the first game tomorrow in the Consolation Championship. John Winkler alongside Jim Lloyd. Fantastic first game, a lot of scoring, 11 goals between the two teams, and that might open things up. Maybe that plays into the first part of this game, because both Mitchell and Watertown were watching a little bit of that game, and maybe that gets the wheels rolling early in this hockey game to get some goals in.
I'm excited about this matchup. The Watertown Lakers and the Mitchell Marlins, if you're going to pick out two teams in this tournament that know each other the best, not because they've played each other a lot more, but just the way the coaches have some relation to the girls, and a lot of these girls are friends back and forth on the Watertown team and this Mitchell Marlins team. So that's it's always fun when you put those types of connections together, and I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yesterday it was a 3-2 loss for the Mitchell Marlins. They led 1-0, but ended up dropping that game 3-2 to the Aberdeen Cougars. McKenna Trana scored both goals. Gina White had the assist on the second goal. Kaylee O'Connor had 33 saves of 36 shots. She was fantastic for the Marlins. Watertown Lakers on the other side lost 7-0 to the Sioux Falls Flyers. Kara Reppy made 11 saves on 17 shots, and Nyla Vanilli made 8 saves in the final 9 shots. Both these teams went 0 for 3 in the power play, as it was Watertown trying, the penalty kill will be something big. Power play is going to be something big if they get some power play goals. But both these teams, like you mentioned, feel like this is an even match game. Although, obviously Mitchell with 11-10 record coming in, Watertown having just those 2 wins. Watertown all season, the last 2 years, Watertown has just failed to be able to win games. They've not failed to play against the best teams. They haven't failed to be in games. They just haven't been able to find a way to get wins. And now here today, a chance to kind of set the tone going into next season. Obviously, you want to win and play again tomorrow, but try and set the tone for next season. There's a lot of young girls on this squad that you want to find a way to start winning hockey games and build that winning culture for the Watertown Lakers. Not just competing, but winning.
Yeah, that Laker team is like that. And we've actually said that for the last couple of years. You look at this roster for the Watertown Lakers, and you say, why are they not winning? That's a pretty big question. You know, it's a hard question to answer, and it is. It's just competing in all the games that they play, they're just not getting wins. I like how we match up against the Mitchell Marlins. Mitchell Marlins also have some pretty big guns on this team with Amick, Tronis, and Zimmer all being on the all-state teams, and those are the three that make that team go. But this is a good matchup. The Watertown Lakers, I hope, are hungry for a win. This is also a team that they can beat. In this season, they lost 2-3 to the Mitchell Marlins. They lost 4-0 and then 2-1. So they've been next to the Mitchell Marlins in the scoring category the entire season.
And the story of the Watertown Lakers, right in every game. You know, obviously 7-0 got away from the Lakers last night, but they've been in right in every game. They've been that team that's just at the doorstep, but can't make their way through the door frame and get some wins. You know, you talked about it too. McKenna Trons with those 2 goals, an all-state player, highlighting her in this Open, had 18 goals in the season, 2 so far in the state tournament. She's off to a great state tournament, and she is a catalyst to this offense for this Mitchell Marlins team.
McKenna Tronis, if I remember right, John, I can't remember for sure what game it was, but it was those 1-point goals. She scored with 24 seconds left in the game to end it. So.
and she's got ice in her veins when it comes down to it. Watertown Lakers, we mentioned it last night. Harper Hendricks with those 24 goals. Well, we'll highlight the senior Janelle Lloyd with those 9 goals, 11 assists. She's been dealing with a hand injury for the latter part of this season and gutting it out. We saw Rachel Scott start the game, who had unable to play with a broken leg or broken foot, broken ankle. So, but she was able to get the skate on to be on the ice for the opening faceoff before getting off the ice. So she's still got some ice time at the state tournament. But you know, Janelle Lloyd fighting through a hand injury to finish out this season, and one of those seniors on the team trying to find a way to play one more game tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, and she's playing with a small cast on her down hand on her stick, and guess what? It happened against the Mitchell Marlins.
So she's a little bit of revenge factor for
That's right.
for Janelle Lloyd. It's the Consolation semifinal game between the Watertown Lakers and the Mitchell Marlins. We've got puck drop coming up here in just a moment. We will step aside and get your pregame break. When we come back, starting lineups, an opening faceoff between the Mitchell Marlins and the Watertown Lakers. The winner to the Consolation Championship tomorrow afternoon. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Kubota Orange Days delivers the savings you need for the life you love. Shop a wide selection of equipment at your local dealer, including America's #1 selling compact tractor. And get your perfect match delivered to your door. Designed for comfort and built for performance. And now through June 30th, get 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months on select compact tractors.
Please visit one of the South Dakota Kubota dealers today. Verting Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Verting Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Verting Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Verting Electric, 224-8684.
Capital City Toyota is proud to sponsor the State Varsity Hockey Tournament with a special shout out to all the seniors. You've worked hard, now it's your time to shine. Just like a championship team, we bring the funnest car buying experience in South Dakota. Find your perfect new or pre-owned ride today. Good luck to all the teams and seniors from Capital City Toyota.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
Papa Murphy's Pier makes fresh, delicious pizza exactly when you need it. And so do you when you bake that pizza to perfection at home in your oven. That is, after Papa Murphy's takes care of hand-making the dough, hand-chopping the toppings, and hand-shredding the cheese to make your pizza just the way you like it. So really, you make the pizza together with Papa Murphy's, but you get all the delicious pizza to yourself. Papa Murphy's. They make great pizza so you can make the pizza great. Order online today at papamurphys.com.
Welcome back as we are set for puck drop between the Watertown Lakers and the Mitchell Marlins. The 5-seed Mitchell Marlins, 8-seed Watertown Lakers. Watertown on the ice first as we get set for the contest. We'll send things down to Randy Preston here in just a moment as Mitchell is making their way out of the ice. Watertown wearing their road jerseys. They didn't have to pack the home jerseys, being Sioux Falls, the number 1 seed, and then Watertown, the number 8 seed. You knew you were not going to change jerseys at all. Watertown wearing their black jerseys with the white and yellow. The Mitchell Marlins wearing their white jerseys with the baby blue, navy blue, and the Marlin logo. I think that the Mitchell, those home uniforms are one of the coolest ones, I think, of the state. That Marlin logo is pretty sweet on their jerseys.
Yeah, it is.
We'll send it over to Randy Preston for the introduction of our starting lineups.
For today's Consolation Semifinal game, featuring the visiting 8-seed Watertown Lakers, taking on the number 5-seed Mitchell Marlins. Let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the Watertown Lakers, on defense number 3, Megan Sunday. At forward number 8, Jada Jenkins. At forward number 12, Janelle Lloyd. At forward number 14, Rachel Scott. And at forward number 16, Kayla Randall. In goal, number 25, Nyla Benelli. Coaches for the Lakers are Kurt Krantz, Brandon Camden, and Caitlin Kunkel. Now, for the Mitchell Marlins. On defense number 2, Tristan Zimmer. On defense number 5, Lila Morrison. Defender number 10, Reese Hayes. Forward number 14, McKenna Trana. And forward number 21, Nevaeh Minnick. In goal for the Marlins, number 33, Haley O'Connor. Coaches for the Marlins are Chris Thomas, Cody Miles, and Ashley Zimmer. Game officials for today's game, as assigned by the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association, are Brian Julius and Zach Juergens. Your off-ice officials are members of the USHL off-ice officials for the Sioux Falls Stampede. All right, fans, who's ready for some Consolation?
So we're ready to go for our Consolation semifinal. As Rachel Scott again will get the starts, and she'll come off the ice pretty quick after the opening face-off. But John Wickler, Jim Lloyd's got the call of our second game today.
Coach Kranz electing to have the seniors as a starting lineup for the Watertown Lakers. Is a matchup that I've been looking forward to all evening. As soon as this stage was set, it's the Watertown Lakers, Mitchell Marlins. Two teams that know each other quite well from a coaching standpoint. Lots of friends back and forth on these two teams. And we will be ready to go here as the team assembles at center ice and into the benches.
So again, if you're watching on YouTube, you're going to see Rachel Scott. Is she going to take the opening face-off?
She's going to take the face-off?
And she's going to take the face-off.
With a broken ankle, folks. she's a senior with a broken ankle.
How much is she going to play in this first shift?
I don't know. McKenna Taranis takes this one off. Yeah, far side, she's on her backhand, looking for a centering pass and scores with just seconds. It's McKenna Taranis to Reese Amick at 16:49 in period one. His second game today.
Tronis gets that first goal. Make that first assist of that first goal from Reese Amick, and that's a big start for the Mitchell Marlins.
Yeah, anytime you can put it on that quick before anybody settles in, and we were watching Rachel Scott as she took that face-off, and next thing you know, it was in the net. Teams have to settle in as this puck is out into the neutral zone, slapped along. Now it's pushed down deep by Taranis. This is Sunday, bringing it up out of the defensive zone, looking for a centering pass, comes out in the neutral zone. Trying to get that one off the stick was Hendricks as we're going back up the other way. This is Zimmer. Zimmer pushes it down to Lloyd. Lloyd in the near corner, going to try to work it up to Sunday. Pushed in deep once again by the Mitchell Marlins offensive zone. Chasing over on the far side is Bofflison. His puck is pinned over on the far side. Over there for the Lakers is McKenna Knopf. As this puck comes loose, a wide pass in the defensive zone where Harper Hendricks is going to pick it up. She's going to circle around and back of her own goalie, get their legs going. One of the faster skaters in the state, and she's going to go to her forehand and gets all the way to the goal. A pad save by Kaylee O'Connor. Another shot there by Hendricks. She's going to take a quick shot, and we're into our second shift for the Watertown Lakers. This is Emma Schleissner holding it down deep. Mitchell Marlins circle this one around. This is Lily Murray. Lily Murray going to step it across, and Graceland Webb had a good opportunity and fanned on most of it just between the webs as she gets knocked down to the ice. That's Graceland Webb. She wears number 19 for the Lakers. This puck's going to be cleared out by the Mitchell Marlins as they're going to get a change. Everybody but Kristen Zimmer is going to change out for the Mitchell Marlins. This pass up out of the defensive zone for the Mitchell Marlins. As Zimmer taps it off her backhand and back into the defensive zone once again for the Lakers. Puck comes all the way across and out into the neutral ice. Graceland Webb trying to keep it alive for the Lakers. Puck goes back, defensive zone. Turning this one around is Lila Morrison. Gets it up to Zimmer, and she's going to fire it on net. And Lila Manelli knew she had it, she just didn't know where it was.
It's a tough second shot to see from outside the blue line, and really good shot from Harper Hendricks that almost caught O'Connor, not able to find that puck on their first shot of the game.
Offensive faceoff here for the Mitchell Marlins. That goes in by Zimmer, blocked away by Lloyd. She's going to get her legs, going to go, and she gets in on her forehand, going to take a shot just a little bit wide. She's going to follow that one up in back of O'Connor. Offensive play here momentarily for the Watertown Lakers. They find themselves down 1-0 as Mitchell Marlins struck quick and early. That was Amex from Taranis at the 16:49 mark as Harper Hendricks tries to push it up through the neutral zone as Meg Zundy grabs it in front of her own bench. Back over to Lloyd. I'm going to try to get the Hendricks on the blue line. Neutral zone play here for the Lakers. This one gets tapped back. McKenna Knopf's going to chase it behind her own goalie. Nyla Vanelli getting the start for the Lakers in the net. She came in relief yesterday against Sioux Falls Flyer. This one goes up to the Lloyd on the red line. She's going to backhand it in deep and go get a change. Regrouping in their defensive zone is the Mitchell Marlins. Held in momentarily is Emma Schleissner over to Zunde. Tries to do a ricochet pass up to Emma Schleissner. Couldn't not enter the zone. Grayson Webb on the red line. Goes back to defense, back to Schleissner. Schleissner pushes it over to the Lakers bench. Now looking up for Graceland Webb. Graceland Webb goes down on her knees just before she's going to receive the pass, and we're going to get an icing call.
And she was trying to tip that in and then just fell down and swiped the stick just a little bit late. got a little bamboozled by the where the puck was coming from.
Yep, she did. Graceland Webb.
Yep, she did.
I can't argue with that. Face-off, offensive face-off, Tronis. Won by the Lakers. In back of the Lakers' net. This is Graceland Webb once again. Gets it taken off of her stick by Amick. Reese Amick. She's one of those all-staters for the Mitchell Marlins as she gets tied up in back. Tronis is back there. Lily Murray goes down. And the puck comes out right back at Tronis' skates. Tronis trying to get her stick back on it. Lily Murray doing a nice job to keep it off her stick. Watertown Lakers are going to carry it around their backside in their defensive zone. Again, Tronis is down there with two Lakers. Pucks trapped in the far corner. Going over to help is Reese Amick. And comes out to Amick. Amick's going to look for a centering pass. And lots of traffic and a backhand pass. The backhand shot goes in. I believe that was by Zimmer. And right off the face mask of Nyla Vanelli.
I was going to say, talk about tracking a puck, seeing it all the way. She saw it all the way, hitting her square in the face mask.
Nyla Vanelli, she stops 88% of them. But I'm here to tell you, she has had some unbelievable games for the Lakers at times. Came to us from Minnesota this year as the Lakers try to get up through the neutral zone, chasing down deep in the offensive zone, and Hendricks puts a shot on, goes all the way across. Lakers now holding it in the offensive zone. On the far side, that's Kayla Randall trying to push it down deep in the offensive zone. Puck comes out. Hendricks not quite ready for it on the far side as Hendricks going to regroup on the red line neutral zone. Meg Sunday trying to receive the pass here right in front of us. She's going to regroup back to Harper Hendricks. Back to Sunday. Sunday's going to tap it along the boards up to Lloyd. Lloyd entering the offensive zone. Meg Sunday holds it in right on the blue line, and they say, nope, maybe not. As Meg Sunday couldn't quite get enough stick on it to hold it off that blue line. And we're going to have a face-off right in front of us in the neutral zone dot.
These teams are playing for their seasons. The two next games, they know they're playing on Saturday. It's no guarantee to get to Saturday right now for one of these two teams.
After the face-off, Lakers enter the zone. Good looking pass to Graceland Webb on the back door. And Graceland had a great opportunity as she came in and the second skater right at the far post. And Lily Murray is going to try to regroup up out of her defensive zone. McKenna Tronis pushes it in deep, picked up by Schleissner. Schleissner up to Graceland Webb on a backhand pass out to Schleissner. Up and out of the zone are the Lakers through the neutral zone as they enter. McKenna Tronis stops Schleissner right at the blue line. Puck remains on Tronis' stick. She's up to the neutral zone. She's going to dump it in deep. Chasing over there for the Lakers behind their own goalie is Alyssa Matthews. Graceland Webb tries to get it up on a backhand. She gets it taken off of her stick. As the Lakers are going to try to come up out of that defensive zone. Pass goes up through the neutral zone. Mitchell Marlins. This is Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss going to skate up through the neutral zone. Pushes it over to Harper Hendricks. Harper Hendricks stick handling. Leaves it back for a defender. And now it's going to up through the neutral zone. This is Lily Murray. Lily Murray going to take it across the line, trying to get to Harper Hendricks, and they're going to have to check up are the Watertown Lakers in the neutral zone as Hendricks walks the red line and over the blue line on her forehand, dumps it in deep. Watertown Lakers controlling the puck so far in this one. We're at 9:37. Up to Hendricks, neutral zone. Mitchell Marlins in a change. And this is Mimic. Mimic's going to go in a hurry. Yep, and it's going to be offsides as Mimic comes in on her backhand. McKenna Tronis was on the far side and just a little early into the zone. McKenna Tronis, Mimic. And Amick. This is one by the Lakers. This is Lloyd. She's going to throw it on quickly in the offensive zone. She'll push it towards the goalie and keep her momentum going. And looking for that rebound. Stoppage of play, 9:21 in this first period. A quick first period. between these two teams. Both of these teams trying to play tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the Consolation Championship. As McKenna Taranis loses her skates as she takes a shot on her forehand. And Nyla Vanilli comes up with another save.
That early goal, 11 seconds in, one's the difference maker right now in this game, but Watertown's really settled into playing some good hockey outside the first 11 seconds.
Yeah, if you have to pick a team that's controlling the tempo right now, I'd have to say it is the Watertown Lakers, as this puck is a centering pass from the Mitchell Marlins. It's going to come just barely outside, and having to check up are the Mitchell Marlins. This is Knopf trying to get up to the Grayson Webb right in front of us, and we're going back the other way. This is Tron. She's going to go in one-on-one, going to do some stick handling, get to her forehand. Nyla Vanelli tracked it all the way and bounces it up into her glove. Another stoppage of play, 8:44 in this first period. That's our second game today. We have 2 more left. This game will determine who goes into the Consolation Championship game and plays Sioux Center at 1 o'clock tomorrow. And unfortunately, the loser of this one will be done for the tournament. Face-off won by the Lakers up to Schleissner. Schleissner up through the neutral zone. Tries to avoid traffic as she's going to tap it along, tap it in the offensive zone. Her momentum's going to keep it with her, and she's going to go all the way down. Deep in the offensive zone are the Lakers. On the far side, this is Allard trying to push it in the right direction as the Mitchell Marlins behind their own goalie. That's Kaylee O'Connor. Offensive play continues for the Lakers, as now it does escape the zone. And the Lakers, this is Schleissner on the red line. And a change are the Mitchell Marlins. Nice shot there. And that's Schleissner, she scores. Emma Schleissner is going to tie this one up at 7:52 for the Lakers.
Talk about positioning for a goalie, and O'Connor had the save, but just didn't flex the pad out enough to redirect it wide of the goalposts. It went off of O'Connor and in, tucked into the corner. And that's a big goal for Watertown, their first in the state tournament, and Schleissner, her 4th of the season.
Emma Schleissner also does double duty as she still qualifies for U14. And it's going to be an unassisted goal as we are in offensive play here for the Mitchell Marlins. Puck is jammed up on far side. Fighting over there is the Watertown Lakers into the near corner. Pinching down is Mimek. The Lakers trying to turn this one around. McKenna Knopf up to Hendricks. Hendricks looking for a blind pass. Gets picked off their stick. Hendricks is in front, centering pass, and fanned on a shot is the Mitchell Marlins as Taranis has to settle it down as it comes into the neutral zone and check up. This is Zimmer crunching down in her offensive zone. And a loose puck, and Zimmer is out of gas, and she's going to go get a break as the Mitchell Marlins are in a partial change as this puck goes down in deep in their offensive zone. This is McKenna Knopf trying to roll it up out of that defensive zone as Lloyd pushes it over to Hendricks. She tried to kick it along, and it goes back over the Mitchell Marlins. This is Loftman. And the Lakers are in quickly in the offensive zone, and they score! Watertown Lakers at the 6:30 mark go up by 1 in this first period at the 6:30 mark. Sloan Allard.
That's her first of the season. That was a goal scorer's goal under the crossbar. Is that her first varsity goal?
I believe first varsity goal, I believe, yes.
The puck is meant. How about that? You make it your first varsity career goal is in the state tournament for Sloan Allard.
It was about halfway through the season where she started playing some varsity hockey, and she has arrived, putting those Lakers up, and now we are going to get a tripping call, and this is going to go on Schleissner for the Lakers. in this first period at 6:21.
Tell you what, though, with that goal scored by Allard, she looks like she's scored plenty of goals in her career. That didn't look like a first goal scored for a varsity. That was a snipe under the bar over the shoulder of O'Connor.
She just has not shown it to anybody. She probably doesn't practice.
That's right.
So the Mitchell Marlins are going to go on a Pelican Power Sports power play here on a Schleissner trip, as this one is cleared by the Lakers, and chasing on is Hendricks, and she gets pushed into the boards in the near corner and tied up. Lakers, this is Lloyd and Hendricks tying it up. 3 Mitchell Marlins, and Zimmer's one of them. As puck is tied up in the near corner, and the clock continues to click. Schleissner goes down, and we are going to get a whistle as the puck did not come out of the crowd. At 5:48.
If you're going to have a race for a puck when you're shorthanded trying to go after it, Harper Hendricks is probably your player. Any of those eight teams here in the state tournament love Harper Hendricks going after the puck.
I think she's top 5 fastest players in this league. She really is, as we're going to get an icing call.
That's one of those where it would be interesting to have like a kind of a skills competition.
They have it in the seniors.
They have a senior showcase.
Yeah,
senior showcase.
She's got a ways to go for that one.
But it would be interesting to see, because there's a couple girls that I would like to see in a skating race here at the state tournament.
And this is Toronto. She's going to get up through the neutral zone, and guess what? Harper Hendricks back checking, taking that puck away from Toronto as she entered the offensive zone. Held in nicely over on the far side, or the Mitchell Marlins are back deep in their offensive zone. Goes off a skate, ricochets around. Held in by the Mitchell Marlins. This is Amick. Amick's got it pinned up against the board. Comes out Harper Hendricks. Harper Hendricks going to get it going with her legs behind her own goalie. Going to backhand it up and out of the zone as Lloyd got a head of steam into the far corner. Looking short-handed are the Watertown Lakers on a Schleissner penalty here, and it does come out to the neutral zone. We're settling down for Murray. Murray back over to Lloyd. She can't handle the pass. Over on the far side, this is Mimek. There's Hotchkiss, 21-31. We're going to have an offsides call for the Mitchell Marlins. Mitchell Marlins not able to get anything going here on this power play opportunity. All the way back down, 18 seconds left in this power play for the Mitchell Marlins.
First Pelican Power Sports power play of the day for Mitchell.
Pushing that one in deep is Laughlin. As it is played in the near corner. Just mere 7 seconds left in this power play for the Mitchell Marlins as Laughlin once again taps it down deep, and Lakers are able to clear the zone, and we are 5-on-5 hockey. Emma Schleissner's out in a hurry. Graceland Webb from Emma Schleissner. Another one for Webb. She can't find it on the porch. She's been there all period, and she just cannot push that one in as the Lakers Sunday going to throw it at the net. Loose puck back out to Webb. Graceland Webb has been on the side of that goal as she tries to push another one in on her backhand. As the Lakers playing some good offensive zone here with 3:45 in this first period. And it's held in by Allard. Allard into Graceland Webb, and we're going to get a hand pass.
Well, that was a really dangerous look there for Watertown to try and take a 3-1 lead, because it was all over the front of the net, and O'Connor was scrambling to try and find a save, and Webb was almost able to push that in a wide open net.
A neutral zone faceoff, won by the Lakers and pushed over by Knopf. Knopf over to Sunday. Sunday's looking for Lloyd in the center. Can't quite enter the zone as it's picked off of her stick. As Zimmer, nice backhand pass to Amick. Amick can't handle it. And that was broken up there by Randall. This puck was Amick. She's going to try to turn this one around in the neutral zone. That's Sunday. Pushes it in the offensive zone, and here comes Mimek. Mimek and Tronis are in. That one goes right over the top and outside of the rack for the Mitchell Marlins. Puck is pinned up over against that Laker bench. It's Randall, and we are going to get a whistle. think do we have a stick stuck over there, or do we have a...
Well, I think the puck actually ended up laying on top of the bench, or was it...
I don't think it was on the ice. I think you're right. I don't know if it was just sitting on the rail.
Was it stuck on the boards?
It looked like the referee went over there and like picked it off the boards or something.
Yeah, and it sounded like, or it looked like some of the Watertown players were like moving their hand around the board like it was sticky or something.
Offensive faceoff won by Tronis. That Karam's back to her. She's down below the red line looking for a centering pass. Centering pass. That went in by Mimic. Off to the side. As this puck once again is pinned up along the boards. We've had a lot of pinned pucks. And we're going to get another whistle.
Everything. We've seen it a couple times, and obviously one there was over here where Hendricks was basically got knocked out and was laid on top of the puck. Yep. But I've never seen that many stoppages with the puck being frozen and around the boards.
Offensive faceoff, McKenna Tronis. McKenna Tronis kicks it out to Zimmer. Does come out of the offensive zone. Zimmer's going to turn on it and try to push it back in. Tronis trying to hold it in, and does Tronis. Takes it all the way across the ice, far dot. She's on her backhand, looking for her forehand, steps around, looking for a centering pass, nobody home. Out to the neutral zone. Grayson Webb is chasing as it gets turned around by Mimek. Mimek throws it down deep in the offensive zone. Mitchell Marlin's going to go get a change. This puck's coming up out of the defensive zone, and they said it did come out. Mitchell Marlin's checking up. Grayson Webb in this near corner looking for a centering pass to Schleissner. Goes back over to Allard. Allard to Schleissner. Schleissner's going to throw it in, and that's a shot that surprised O'Connor, and they score at 148. At the 148 mark, the Lakers go up by 2 on an Emma Schleissner shot just inside the blue line.
Her second of the game. Sloan Allard gets her second point with her first assist. Graceland Webb will also get the assist. And it's 3-1 now Watertown. It was 1-0 for Mitchell 11 seconds in, and it's been all Watertown since then.
It has been. As Lily Murray tries to go up to the blue line. Mimek pushes it in deep. This is Lily Murray in the far corner looking for somebody to pass to get it up out of that defensive zone. Amick takes it off a stick. She tries to push it in the right direction. Lots of traffic. And here comes Hendricks. Tries to keep it in that neutral zone. Lloyd and Mimek. As Tronis picks it up. She's in on her forehand. Nice stick work. Back over to Randall. Randall in her defensive zone. Looked as they were going to tie that puck up again, but it stayed live. And here's a puck high between the circles, sticked away by Nyla Vanilli. We're just at that 1 minute mark, just barely under that 1 minute mark, as Murray up in the neutral zone on that red line, gonna try to push it back to a defender and gets taken off of her stick. This is Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss gonna go in, nice shot, and patted away by Nyla Vanilli. Took it off to her right side. This puck remains in the offensive zone for the Mitchell Marlins. This is Hotchkiss pushing it deep in her zone. Turning around are the Lakers as Hendricks gets it up along the board. She's going to clear herself a little space as Zimmer chases, and she's going to continue to retreat in her defensive zone and protect the puck as the puck comes loose now. Good play there by Zimmer as Lloyd goes up and picks it off in her defensive zone. She's got 2 up ahead of her, gets taken off her stick. She's going to follow it along the red line. And the Lakers are going to go back to the defensive zone. Now up to Hendricks on the red line. And that's going to do it for this first period. It's the Watertown Lakers, Mitchell Marlins. Mitchell Marlins scored just seconds into that period. And the Lakers, 3 unanswered. 3-1, Watertown Lakers after 1. We will be back and talk about this second game of the day. Watertown and Mitchell Marlins Girls Varsity State Tournament.
Calling all hockey fans to the 2025 Hall of Fame and Awards Banquet. Join us April 11th at the Sioux Falls Convention Center to celebrate this year's class of 25 Hall of Fame inductees and our high school award winners. Single tickets are $65, with reserved tables of 8 for $520 and sponsorship tables for $800. Doors open at 6 o'clock, with the event starting at 7. The Hall of Fame and Awards Banquet Night, Friday, April 11th at the Sioux Falls Convention Center. Get your ticket and table now.
Winning in hockey takes dedication, skill, and teamwork, just like winning in real estate. Hi, I'm Tara Sunshine with Kathy Sunshine Property, a proud South Dakotan and experienced realtor with over 60 combined years of helping buyers and sellers find success. Whether you're looking for your dream home or ready to sell, we're here to put our expertise to work for you. With a commitment, we'll help you navigate the market with confidence. Let's make your real estate goals a reality. Call us today at 605-224-5588.
When you're looking for quality trash pickup services, look no further than Envirotech. 6 days a week, their trucks are on the road picking up trash, even holidays. They're also the place to contact for recycling services. Their friendly, professional staff is ready to assist with weekly pickups or even special pickups. Check out the website at envirotechwaste.com. Envirotech is locally operated. Call 224-4804. Envirotech Waste Services in Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Do something to launch your future at Lake Area Tech. It's a living, working, thought-producing environment to help you level up in the workforce. Combined with hands-on training and real-world experience, you'll be ready to find a high-paying career you'll love right out of school, the way 99% of our graduates do. It's the best return on your college investment, the quickest path to your future success. Lake Area Tech, the start of something new.
Whale Construction, building custom homes, shops, garages, and remodels since 1998. Troy and his team will make your home your dream home. Whale Construction uses reputable subcontractors and products to make your build or remodel your dream come true. Call or message Troy today at 605-380-4473. That's 605-380-4473. Or message him at troy@whaleconstruction.com. Beck Motor Company would like to send a big congratulations to all the high school hockey teams across the state. What an incredible season of hard work, dedication, and unforgettable moments on the ice. Whether you're gearing up for the next season or just need a reliable ride, Beck Motor Company is here for all your automotive needs. From new vehicles to expert service, we've got you covered so you can focus on the game. Thank you to all the teams for giving us a season to remember. Beck Motor Company is proud to support our athletes every step of the way. Beck Motor Company, your local Chevy dealer, serving Central South Dakota for 56 years.
All right, we welcome you back as it is a 3-1 lead for the Watertown Lakers over the Mitchell Marlins, as we do have a couple of special guests up here in the Kubota booth with us, as Jacqueline Lloyd and Reese Amick are, no, Kelsey Amick. Reese Amick is in the locker room, but I did get Jacqueline's name right. Jacqueline Lloyd and Kelsey Amick. Sorry, Kelsey. But college hockey players are joining us here. You guys played with the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association growing up. You guys actually were teammates. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit. But what's it like coming back and watching these games, now watching your sisters play hockey?
Oh, I miss it a lot. But I do enjoy college, but I just miss like your high school friends and like all the little ones that I always looked up to. I just miss like the locker room aspect.
Yeah, like she said, it's so much fun to come back and see the girls that were so young, and now they're all playing varsity, and you're like so proud, and you just are like, oh my gosh, this is so fun to watch how these girls have developed over the years.
And that's the fun thing about girls hockey, is that you guys got to play with some 7th graders and 8th graders. And maybe sometimes the frustrating thing is playing with 7th and 8th graders, but being able to watch these young girls, and now being, 3-4 years out of high school, that watching these girls now be juniors and seniors has got to be a proud older sister moment, not just for your sister, but for these other girls that you played with.
Yeah, and I remember being like 7th grade and being on varsity and being so scared of the older girls and like looking up to them and just like hoping I do good, and like now watching my sister like all grown up, I'm so proud of her, and like I've taught her, I guess, like all my life, I like to say. So it's like really cool like seeing her play her last tournament.
Yeah, my favorite memory is probably when my little sister got moved up. She got moved up to varsity when she was a 6th grader, so I played with her for so long, and she's going to play with me in college too, so I'm super excited for that. but especially like the little girls that are now varsity players. We coached them for U14 for so many years, and now they're all varsity, so I know all of them. And even the U14 girls at Mitchell now, I still know all of them, and I just love coming back and like trying to help them out as much as I can.
And hockey is such a big family always, but I think, would you guys agree that in South Dakota amateur hockey, with the girls' side, it's an even bigger family, and you really, I mean, like I said, you get to know girls from 8 years apart pretty much, at least 6 years apart, and get to play with them. It really is such a big family.
Yeah, it really is. And even on Team SD, you get to know like more of your age girls, and then you play against them, and it's so fun. And yeah, just like seeing each other all year pretty much is great.
Like Jacqueline said, Team SD I think is so special because you get to meet all these girls that you guys play against all year, and you're like, oh, but then you're playing together, and now you go and play against each other, and then you take a picture after, and you're like, oh, because you're all friends. And then even like when we go to college, like we'll still play against each other. I'm like, yeah, we've been playing since we were little together, and it's so fun to say that. I think it's been so good for Team South Dakota to help these girls connect with each other.
Absolutely, and you guys did play as teammates, not just Team South Dakota, but really, really young. How now then you guys get to play against each other and then play with each other again in Team SD. What was it like being able to be teammates and then be opponents later as you guys were growing up?
It was definitely different. I remember.
How old were you guys?
We were mites.
Like
and we
6 or
played
7.
with the boys.
Yeah, we did. We were the only girls.
Yeah, we were the only girls on like the mites and squirts team that we played on, and then she had to move away, so that was sad. And we started playing against each other all through high school, and then Team SD. So I just did Team SD senior year, so we played together for 1 year, now again in college against each other.
Especially like when we were younger, we always just played with the boys, so I was like, oh, I know the only girl on the other team, and it was so much fun. Give her a little love shove, and then after, like, oh, hi, take a little picture. But during the game, you're like, oh, I'm coming after. I know who you are.
Well, so you guys played each other, which is kind of, I mean, rare that you guys got the chance to play against each other in college. Concordia for you, Jacqueline. Jamestown for you, Kelsey. I'm going to get it right this time. I did not get you, Kelsey. But you guys get a chance to play against each other in college. Well, and seeing the difference between high school and college, what's kind of one of the biggest differences that you both have been able to see?
Probably the intensity. In high school, I mean, it was still intense, but now college, like, you're there to win. Like, I feel like it's a bigger deal than high school, so it's more intense. You're not really, like, taking pictures after the game, like, on the ice, and you're not, like, talking to each other during or in between plays or whatever, so.
I would definitely say the speed and the communication of the players, because you take all these girls that were really good in high school and you put them on a college team. They're all like one of the top players in their team, and you put them all together, your team's going to be all elevated. The hockey IQ is so much higher, so then you have to elevate your game to play with all these players. So it's just a really fun atmosphere to get to play at that high intensity level.
Well, and for you, Kelsey, you've played with a lot of other South Dakota kids
I do.
At Jamestown. Still are playing with them. And what's it like being able to, again, we probably maybe play with them with Team SD. Maybe there's some that didn't play Team SD. But being able to play with them in college, what's that kind of been like?
I've had the privilege to play with all of them in Team South Dakota, and I'm so thankful for that, because I think they almost felt more comfortable coming to our team because they knew a few of us. And it's so much fun to see how they grow as a player too, because they get there and then their game just keeps elevating, because you just want the best for everybody. And it's so much fun to see them get to their full potential, and it's just awesome. I really enjoy it.
So now, as we're starting to kind of get running out of time here, message for the younger girls that maybe are listening right now, maybe we'll go back and watch the interview or listen to the interview, a message to kind of help continue to grow the hockey game, especially for girls hockey. What's one of the messages that, Jacqueline, I'll let you go first, the message for the younger girls that are looking to play hockey or wanting to continue to play hockey, of being able to do it even in college?
I would say put yourself out there, just talk to people if you're really looking to play in college, and try your hardest, go your best, and be a leader, and you'll definitely get recognized and have fun.
Kelsey?
As you said, give 110%. You never know who's watching. You never know what's going to be your last game, last shift. So give it all you have, and of course, have fun.
And well, you guys were two great players in South Dakota. It's awesome to see you guys playing in college as well, and got a chance to play against each other. Who won the game?
Jacqueline did.
Okay.
Concordia.
See, you guys are pretty good friends. I thought maybe that we were going to get a little bit more out of that, but there's not as much
I think
trash
we went
talking.
into overtime, didn't we? One game?
It was overtime, and then did we go into a shootout?
Yeah, I think
it
we
was
did,
pretty
so.
intense.
Did either one of you guys score in that game?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
It was a pretty close game.
A pretty close game.
Yeah,
All right.
I think it was like 1-1 or 2-2. It was really close. It's really hard to score in college, too, because everybody's elevated. The goaltenders are so good.
Yeah.
You really have to pick your spots.
Because if I remember correctly, I think there was, I don't know, somewhere around over 100 goals combined between both of you through high school. And
Oh, yeah.
A little bit harder to...
Probably 200
yeah, probably close to that, because it's pretty hard to then score. Has that been an adjustment of not being able to score as much as you once did in high school, too?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I remember, high school, it's so different, and the goalies now are the best ones on their team from high school, so everyone is just so good. They're bigger, they're quicker. Yeah.
It's really hard to get those open shots just in front of the net. You might get maybe one good clean shot off a game, so you really have to make it count. Whereas high school, you can do a few moves, probably get open and shoot, and the goalies are so good in college. You really have to pick your spots.
All right, so now final question for both of you. Jacqueline, Watertown's up 3-1. I asked Jim and Jeff this question a lot, but I'm going to ask you guys. What does Watertown need to do to continue with this lead and get a win here today?
I think keep shooting and dump the puck in the O-zone. Keep shooting those shots.
Well, Kelsey, Mitchell down 3-1. What does Mitchell need to do to win this game?
Communicate maybe a little bit better and just come out blazing because they need to get going. But, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
This was a fun interview. I appreciate you guys doing this. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you for letting us.
Absolutely. That is Jacqueline Lloyd and Kelsey Amick, not Reese Amick. She'll be out back on the ice here soon. Kelsey Amick and Jacqueline Lloyd joining us. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back with our second period coming up after this here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today. The Fieldhouse in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Fieldhouse with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big-screen TVs. The Fieldhouse, 2013 East Gate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
Kubota Orange Days delivers the savings you need for the life you love. Shop a wide selection of equipment at your local dealer, including America's #1 selling compact tractor. And get your perfect match delivered to your door. Designed for comfort and built for performance. And now through June 30th, get 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months on select compact tractors.
Please visit one of the South Dakota Kubota dealers today.
The puck drops, the crowd roars. South Dakota hockey is in full swing. Capital City Ford is proud to support this year's state varsity hockey tournaments and celebrate the dedication, teamwork, and passion of every player on the ice. To all the seniors, congratulations on an incredible season. Whether you're heading off to college or staying close to home, we're here for all of your automotive needs. Stop by Capital City Ford in Pierre. We'll get you on the road to your next adventure. Capital City Ford in Pierre, driven by community, powered by you.
Are you ready for adventure? Then head over to Hepper Sports Center, your authorized dealer serving the Hub City area. Get huge savings, $1,500 cash back on select side-by-sides, or snag a sweet deal with 1.99% financing for 36 months on ATVs and side-by-sides. Don't miss out. Stop in and see Wade and his team at 501 5th Avenue Northwest. Call for your service appointment at 605-225-9279 or email heppers@nbc.net to book your appointment and start your next off-road adventure.
Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff Lathrop of Pierre First United Methodist Church, and I'd like to invite you to join us in person for worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. You can also join us on Facebook Live or on KCCR 1240 a.m. or 98.9 FM for our Sunday morning broadcast at 11 a.m. Come worship with us at First and Methodist Church, where you will find open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
We are back and ready for the second period on the Kubota scoreboard. It is 3-1 in favor of the Watertown Lakers over the Mitchell Marlins. John Wickler alongside Jim Lloyd as we get set for our second period. Jim, that was I enjoyed that interview with Jacqueline Lloyd and Kelsey Amick, although I called her by her sister, Reese Amick.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, but
it's kind of interesting. Those two, I don't think there's any two girls in the state that have more history than those two.
Yeah.
They started out playing hockey together in Watertown, and of course you covered that, but then they played with each other. Kelsey moved to Mitchell. They played against each other, played it together again on Team South Dakota, and now play against each other in college. So it's really neat.
It's awesome that Jamestown was able to play Concordia.
Yes.
Just for the fact that you have one South Dakota girl at Concordia, and you had a handful of girls on Jamestown, and being able to see that, all the history. I mean, and girls hockey, playing college hockey, didn't really see too much of it.
No.
You haven't seen too much of it until just recently. And awesome to see all these girls, the game elevating to the point where you're seeing 6 to 7 girls playing college hockey now from South Dakota.
And having these two watching their senior sisters.
Yeah.
It's a match made in heaven.
Right. And it was fun because, right at the end, I always asked you and Jeff.
Yep.
I always said, one guy, you got to take, what does this team to do to keep winning?
Yep.
What does this team need to do to come back? The other guy got that question. They're like, well, I'll ask Jacqueline, hey, Watertown's winning. What do they need to do?
Yep.
Ask Kelsey, what does Mitchell need to do? They've got their favorites out there.
That's great.
Such a fun interview. We really were happy to see. That's awesome.
And everything lined up that they were both here.
Yeah.
As the Watertown Lakers.
We hope that maybe there's some other girls watching, maybe sisters or here watching their former teams.
Yep.
And if we get told about it,
if we can find them,
we want to talk to them during intermissions throughout the rest of the state tournament.
That's right. So both teams take the ice. It's going to be the period of long ice. It's the period when you can get stuck in your defensive zone. And we'll see if that comes into play for either one of these teams. Thus far in the first period, I would have to say it was probably the Watertown Lakers setting the tempo. 11 seconds into it, Mitchell Marlins took the opening faceoff and put it in the back of the net to go up 1-0. And it's been the Watertown Lakers ever since. It's happened at 7:52 and at 6:30 and at 1:48. 3 unanswered goals by the Watertown Lakers, and we have a 3-1 lead for the Lakers.
And again, South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association names a player of the game. Emma Schleichner with those 2 goals right now. She's in a pretty good spot.
She's looking for that hat trick. And we are going to get ready to go here as Nyla Vanilli roughs up her spot. And O'Connor's ready to go, and they have the nod, and we are underway as Lily Murray gets back to her defensive zone. Mimic on the far side, holding it deep in the offensive zone. Chasing is Reese Amick, Kelsey's sister, who's also a senior. Lloyd tries to get it up to Hendricks. Hendricks tried to peel it off the boards and gets it out to Lloyd now. Yeah, she's going to have to retreat back. Try to get up to Kayla Rando, and this one goes all the way back down. And it's padded away. I thought it was going to be a cover there by Vanilli. 2 Lakers fall together on that far side. Metro Marlins in the offensive zone looking for a centering pass. Hendricks is the only one there, and she's going back the other way. She's going to bounce it to herself like she does all the time. Looking for a backhand shot, and it goes up and over the top of O'Connor. Taranis pushes it around in back of her own goalie. As Lloyd gets her hand on it, Randall's over there. She gets pinned up by Zimmer. Lloyd gonna throw it in a backhand quickly as that one came off the boards. And O'Connor has got it in her glove as she hugged the post.
Almost looks like she almost swatted it in.
Yeah, I looked at first and she had it in the glove the whole time as she leaned on her left-hand post. Offensive face-off coming here for the Lakers. As Emma Schleichner takes the face-off, won by the Mitchell Marlins and up and out of the zone. Going all the way back down, and we are going to get an icing call. 15:46 in the second period. 3-1 Watertown Lakers. Shots on goal, about even, only one shot differential, as the Lakers have 10, Mitchell Marlins with 9. Two teams that know each other very well from many different standpoints, as this one is pushed up by Bothwellson. And Laughlin has to go back over. She slaps it off the board in the neutral zone, turning it around to Schleissner. Schleissner's going to go in on her backhand, leaning against the defender, and pushing it deep into the corner. Now it's going to come back out to Knopf. Knopf's going to go defense to defense over to Zunde. Zunde's going to get a little on it, and that's blocked away. And chasing down is Virginia Wyatt. Virginia Wyatt going to take a shot, and Nyla Vanelli gloved it and dropped it and had to come way out of the crease, and she got it corralled in.
One of those where you probably could have let it go, but as far as she kept going out, you probably just need to cover it up, put yourself back in positioning, and settle everything down.
Nyla Vanelli, first year with the Lakers, she came from Redwood Falls, Minnesota. And we're happy to have her. Face-off won by the Mitchell Marlins. There goes a slap shot by the Mitchell Marlins. That was Zimmer, as Amick dumps it deep down to Tronis in their offensive zone. Playing over there is Schleissner. Here's Zimmer with the loose puck in front, and Nyla's got it. It almost looked like Zimmer was going to get that back to her forehand, whereas that net was wide open. And Nyla Vanelli, an aggressive goalie, she comes out of the crease and makes the play. Offensive face-off coming here. Taranis and Lloyd, the two best of friends, are going to face off. Taranis to Zimmer. She's going to shoot it on, maybe looking for Taranis on a tip. As it comes back out to the near corner, this is Taranis and Lloyd. Taranis going to stick handle against Lloyd and pushes it down in the near corner. Those two play Team South Dakota, and in that part of the season, one is never very far from the other. They're pretty good friends, as Taranis and Lloyd. Puck in front, look out. Nyla Vanelli's looking for it, and she's got it covered. Stoppage of play, 14:31. The second half of that first period was all Watertown Lakers. 3 unanswered goals after a quick one from the Mitchell Marlins.
Mitchell really needs, if they can get back in this game, they need the next one. They don't want to go down by 3 to Watertown.
Watertown Lakers turning this one around. This is Janelle Lloyd. She's going to stop and go in her defensive zone, create a little space, looking for a pass up for Hendricks, and she's going to ice the puck as she couldn't quite get it over to Hendricks.
Not many times did you miss pass to Harper Hendricks with the speed that she has. She can almost get to everything.
Yeah, Harper Hendricks wasn't in motion on that pass. We're going to go down to the other end. Offensive faceoff here coming from Reese Amick. Reese Amick and Schleissner are going to face off far dot. Won by Amick, centering pass. Good opportunity there as the Watertown Lakers had Bothwellson all tied up in front of the crease. Reese Amick being hounded by Schleissner in the defensive zone. And Zunde stops it at the red light, and Schleissner goes back and catches it back over to Knopf. Knopf's going to try to get that one up to Matthews. She loses her feet. Mimic right in front of that scores table. On the red line, Lakers come out with it. This is out to Zunde. Zunde's going to look up the ice, try to get up to Webb. Webb can't find it on her stick. Pushed up forward by Wyatt. And here's Schleissner. She's going to go one-on-one as Laughlin comes up and takes it off her stick and blocks it with her skate. We're still in the offensive zone as Schleissner. And she's going to look for a long centering pass. Nobody there. As Knopf takes a shot, and Karen's back off, and Graceland Webb can't find it on her stick as it had a long rebound off the back of the boards here at the Shields Iceplex in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. As this one goes all the way back down, Meg Zunde behind her own goalie is going to push it into the near corner. Two players go down in the near corner. Meg Zunde tries to keep that one alive, goes back to Schleissner. Working in back of Nyla Vanelli, one of the best names in hockey. And this is Mimic. She's going to win the race in her defensive zone and try to push it up to Taranis in the red lines. If she hurries up, she's going to be one-on-one. as Lloyd comes out and dives in front of her. And maybe if nothing else, it was a distraction, and Taranis couldn't get much on it. I think Lloyd slid about 35 feet.
A great save by Vanelli, but Janelle Lloyd diving in front of Taranis eliminated the breakaway and gave that desperation that we're talking about, trying to play for tomorrow.
Yep.
She maybe doesn't do this 2 weeks ago, but with her season and career on the line, she's going to do it.
Yep. Stepped it around. Zimmer looking for a hole. Blocked away just before it got to Nyla Vanelli. Lakers looking up out of that defensive zone. Pass in front. And Zimmer chases it over, and she's going to throw it at the net. That's blocked in front. Reese Amick in the near corner. As Taranis comes in. Bodies are down in the near corner as this one goes back up to the net. Taranis with her back to the net behind the Watertown Laker goalie as Hendricks. Hendricks going to come in with a little hip check in the near corner. Just to our left-hand side. And Lloyd's going to try to dig it out of the pile. She can't get it going in the right direction. Far side Mimic. Offensive play here for the Mitchell Marlins. This puck goes back around Nyla Vanelli. This is Taranis working so good in the back, and she's going to turn, and Nyla Vanelli saw it all the way as she was hanging onto the post. This is Lloyd going to backhand it around her own goalie. Murray couldn't quite get over there. Kayla Randall going to circle it back the other way. Lakers trying to get up out of this defensive zone as Harper Hendricks tries to push it to Lloyd. Mishandled in front. Shot goes on. Botsofson misses the rack altogether. There's another one. Goes off the side of the rack. This Lloyd blows a tire in the far corner. Lakers getting a little bit tired here in their defensive zone. Long ways from the bench. And Nyla Vanelli wisely gets a stoppage of play. That goalie can control the tempo of the game and know when to cover and when not to cover.
She's stopped all 7 shots in this second period so far, where Watertown's only had 2. Vanelli, like you mentioned, controlling the game, but she's making things frustrating for the Mitchell Marlins right now.
She's had some fantastic games with the Watertown Lakers. Yeah, this is Taranis. Taranis gets stuck. Couldn't get it going in the right direction as she received the puck. This is Taranis again. Taranis going to try to get to her backhand. Nice looking pass. Goes all the way across. Nyla Vanelli might have got a piece of it. Puck in front. And goes back out to Taranis. Taranis going to keep the pressure on between the wheels, and Wyatt's going to take a shot wide of the rack. This one Karam's back around. Held in Loftman. On the far side, puck is pinned once again. We've seen it in the first period where that puck gets pinned. Now it comes back out. Nyla Vanelli. It bounces off the back of the rack. This is Meg Sunday. Meg Sunday just getting it out of the zone. Good job, Meg. Getting it out of the zone. And we have a collision in front. As Schleisner at the whistle and Hotchkiss.
One, Nyla Vanelli made a great positional save. You mentioned it, Jim, a lot, that she knows she's so technically sound, but then that opportunity turned into almost a wide open net because Vanelli couldn't relocate where the puck was at. And the Watertown Lakers are kind of lucky right now. It's still 3-1 just because the Marlins couldn't grab the puck in time.
Mitchell Marlins have been buzzing in this offensive zone, and the Lakers are getting pinned down as now they come out. Graceland Webb tries to push it along. Reese Amick stops that one in the middle as a collision between Allard and Mimic right on the center dot. There goes a shot in. Vanelli's got it in front, and she dives and covers. 9:40 left in the second period. It's a 3-1 advantage. Watertown Lakers. Mitchell scored 11 seconds into this one, and it's been Lakers scoring 3 in a row at the end of that first period. One penalty thus far. Schleisner was in the penalty box at 6:21, and we are underway, just approaching the end of this second period. Puck in back. Nyla Vanelli, she's a kick save, and there goes another shot on. It goes up and over, and it's tipped. As Nyla Vanelli made the first save. I don't know what happened on the next one. The referee that one was tipped up and into the net. I don't know if it went off of Vanelli or it hit a post.
Well, we talk about how good Vanelli has been, but Mitchell is dictating this game right now, and they are on the doorstep of making this a 3-2 game.
That's right. How long can you hold them off? As Lloyd in the near corner tries to control the puck. Puck is pinched in again. Murray's over there. She's stabbing at it into the boards. I don't remember this many pucks being pinched as Mitchell comes out with it. And as Mimic walked it out point blank. And I think she just missed the rack completely. She was faced one-on-one with the Watertown Laker goalie. And the puck is over there again. This is a wraparound attempt. Manilli's on the post and ready for it. As the Mitchell Marlins hold that offensive zone. Tronis and Lloyd in the near corner. Hendricks going to try to get it off the bench. She's going to chase it behind her own goalie. Lakers are stuck in this defensive zone as this puck is going to be a trip on the Mitchell Marlins, and Watertown Lakers are going to go on a power play with 8:30 left in this first period.
A Pelican Power Sports power play and a trip called to Mimac. And that gives one a little bit of a break for Nyla Vanilli right now to maybe allow some of that pressure go away. But as much as Watertown has been in their defensive end, one good shot and they're all of a sudden up by 3 instead of being a 3-2 game or a still 3-1 game. They can turn the tides of this second period.
The Lakers just getting a break to go on the power play here as they were pinned in their defensive zone in this period of long ice. Meg Zunde trying to handle it over on the far side, and Schleister's going to have to go chase it down, and the Lakers are going to regroup deep in their defensive zone. Schleister's pinned up against the boards. This is by Amick. Amick does it pretty well. She's just killing time. As Schleister's going to wrap it all the way around up to Meg Zunde. Meg Zunde can't peel it off the boards. And good job there by the Mitchell Marlins, giving a pressure. That was Virginia Wyatt. She's pressuring the Lakers all over as Zimmer tries to get it going in the right direction. It's a Lakers power play. Thus far not been able to set up in their offensive zone are the Lakers, and cleared away by the Mitchell Marlins. Schleisner and Zimmer's in chase. Schleisner knows enough to wrap it all the way around and get it up out of that zone. And Graceland Webb chases Amick as Amick clears the puck down to the other end. Schleisner trying to get it going. She's going to whip it all the way up in the neutral zone to Webb. Webb can't field it cleanly as Tronis. Tronis going to go in 1-on-4, going to get to her forehand. She's plenty dangerous, even 1-on-4. Lost the puck in her offensive zone. Lakers trying to push it up. This goes up to Allard. Allard, she already has one. She scored from about that position before. Yeah, she scored her first varsity goal. And some control with Hendricks and Lloyd now in the offensive zone on this power play. 12 seconds left only in this power play. Loose puck comes out. That one's blocked away by Laughlin. Lloyd holds it in from Tronis. As Reese Amick shoots it down to the far end, and we are full strength. Nyla Vanelli, they open out Hendricks. Hendricks is going to try to turn this up the ice out of the defensive zone. This is Kayla Randall up to Lloyd. Lloyd pushes it in the offensive zone, can't stay under control. Laughlin pushes it up the other direction for the Mitchell Marlins. Pinned over on the far side, that's Bofflison. That's a shot by Bofflison. There's a slap shot, and Lloyd gets a rebound. Fans on a pass. She's going to turn around and regroup. Looking all the way up for Hendricks in the neutral zone, and it was picked off by Mimic. Mimic's going to throw it on. Nyla Vanelli pushes it out to her left-hand side. Puck in front. Dangerous puck right at the feet of Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss couldn't get her stick on it as Lloyd picks it up now. And looking up the ice, trying to settle this thing down. Goes up to Harper Hendricks. Harper Hendricks walks up through the neutral zone. She's going to go in 1-on-3. She does have Murray on her left. There's a pass looking for Murray, and Murray ends up in the goal off her skates. And Mitchell Marlins are able to clear the puck up into the neutral zone. Murray has to get out as Kayla Randall's looking to go in. And Schleisner. Schleisner on a forehand, takes a shot, gets her rebound. That was a pad save. And thrown in there by Matthews. Mitchell Marlins have Taranis sneaking out, and she's going to go 1-on-1. She does a stop and go. Probably should have kept on going. She might have been able to get to the goalie, was Taranis, but she stopped as Allard works it up through the neutral zone. this pace has picked up as the Mitchell Marlins are pushing into that offensive zone. Toronto's can't get it on the red line. And this is Allard. Allard gonna retreat it back to Meg Zunde. Meg Zunde gonna try to step around Taranis. Taranis is deep in the zone. She's gonna have to get out as Allard can't get a pass in the neutral zone. Some tired legs on the ice right now as this thing is up and down. We are gonna get an offensive faceoff for the Mitchell Marlins. Mitchell Marlins have been able to hold their offensive zone.
No shots on that power play for Watertown. They've got just one, well, 3 in this period, but 1 since the early part of this second period started.
Going in is Hotchkiss against Lloyd. Won by the Mitchell Marlins. This is Zimmer. Lloyd taps it out. Picked up by Webb. Webb up to Allard. Allard's going to go in on her backhand. Webb following Lloyd on the right. And the Lakers, another puck pinned up against the board. Now it comes out. Mitchell Marlins. Mitchell Marlins skating it up. Careless play there, and a puck, and Webb once again can't find that little hole off the right-hand side, stick side of O'Connor. O'Connor's slow to get up as she fell down hard, and Lloyd has it in the near corner, pinned it up against the boards. And Hotchkiss tries to dig it out of there, the loose puck. Webb is down there with Lloyd. Now it comes out Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss throws it up out of the zone. Defense is going to recover in the neutral zone for the Watertown Lakers. Lloyd's going to circle back, get it on the red line. She can't keep it on her stick. As the Mitchell Marlins enter the offensive zone. Entering that zone is Mimic. Graceland Webb in the near corner, trying to turn around, turns around to Lloyd, neutral zone. Lloyd's just going to tap it deep into the zone. She's going to go get a break. Kayla Randall, first one to the puck, in back of O'Connor, waiting for a shift change, and then a centering pass, tried to get it to Hendricks. Now it comes up out of the neutral zone. Turning this one around is Knopf into the offensive zone, slapped out by the Mitchell Marlins. This is Murray, chasing a puck in front of her own goalie. Now she's going to retreat. Retreat in the defensive zone. Look up to Hendricks. Hendricks can't get it off cleanly off the board. Try to get it over to Murray Schleisner. Schleisner going to push it up to Randall. Randall going to hand it to Schleisner. Maybe a handoff. Was too close for Schleisner to handle. Schleisner has to get up out of the zone. Hendricks pushes it down. Back out the other way is the Mitchell Marlins. Going down is Bofflesen. As she goes down right in front of her own bench. This is Hendricks. Going to stick handle around. We're at that 2-minute mark in this second period. Knopf in the neutral zone. Going to carry it in. That's McKenna Knopf. Rothman trying to push it up out of the defensive zone. As Toronto gives a little shove to Schleisner. No harm, no foul. As Hendricks walking on the red line. She's going to try to split the difference here. Goes in on her backhand. That's a tough shot. Goes up and over the top of O'Connor. And Lloyd is back off the bench. Pushes it over to Knopf. Knopf's going to take a shot. Just a little bit wide of the rack. Webb chases into the far corner. Back all the way around. Lloyd can't handle it. Into the near corner. This is Allard. Allard and Amick. Lloyd and Laughlin. Puck punt. Puck is now comes off the boards as Webb charges hard into the near corner. Over to the near corner. That's Virginia Wyatt. And another trap puck. It's like a boxing match where they kind of tie each other up.
The referee this time is letting them work out of it, but they've stopped things before a couple times.
And the Lakers maintaining the offensive zone. This comes to Lloyd. High between the wheels. Throws it wide. Maybe just looking for a rebound or a deflect. As not. We're at that 1-minute mark. Just barely below that 1-minute mark. It's the second period. It's the Watertown Lakers. No scoring thus far in this period. It's a 3-1 game. Watertown Lakers. Puck once again tied up in the far corner. Referee going to go over there and start breaking them guys apart.
Just like
there
boxers.
Must have been 20 to 25 tied up pucks. As Murray holds it deep on the far side. Offensive zone here. This clock is ticking. We're at 30 seconds. Murray's going to get it out in the neutral zone. And Taranis is looking to looking to go to the bench. If she would have turned around, she might have had a breakaway. This is Amick. Amick's got a shot into the glove of Nyla Vanilli watched for a long time, all by herself, and when it came time to stop a hard shot from Amick. John, you kind of knew when Amick walked into the offensive zone what that shot was going to look like.
That was going to be a tough shot to stop. And Vanilli had to look at her glove saying, did I really get that?
As Hendricks shoots it down deep. And Zimmer, we're going to get an offensive faceoff here for the Mitchell Marlins as Hendricks couldn't beat it to the line.
We're going to see this more the third period too, but McKenna Tronis, they're trying to get her out into the neutral zone past the red line, and not so much cherry picking, but trying to get her down the ice and get maybe opportunities shorthanded or breakaways the other way.
It is cherry picking. As this puck is tied up over on the far corner for the last 8 seconds of that second period.
That is Jim Lloyd, the Watertown broadcaster, saying that.
That's a little home cooking there for you. It's at the end of 2 in this varsity girls state tournament. It's Watertown Lakers 3-1. We'll be back to recap that wild second period here at the Shields Iceplex.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories. AGE Corporation has been building South Dakota for nearly 60 years. For all your site work, construction, and crane needs, AGE is there for you. If you need a boat dock and dock lighting, AGE has what you need. Visit their website, agecorp.com, or give them a call at 223-2732. AGE Corporation, providing high-quality services without sacrificing safety. Visit agecorp.com or call 223-2732. The Fieldhouse in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Fieldhouse with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big-screen TVs. The Fieldhouse, 2013 Eastgate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
It is a 3-1 score on the Kubota scoreboard. Watertown over Mitchell at the end of 2 periods. John McClure alongside Jim Lloyd. No scoring in that second period. We did have 2 penalties. Van Bimak got called for a trip that gave Watertown their first power play. Now, the other one that happened at the end, I didn't see it happen, Jim, but Tristan Zimmer got called for a roughing minor as time expired. So will be a power play, Pelican Power Sports power play for Watertown to start that third period. Obviously, there's 17 minutes in a period. You kill it off, and there's still 15 minutes to go to try and make it to score 2 goals in that third. But it does give Watertown a chance to take a 3-goal lead to try and make that lead insurmountable going into the final 15 minutes or so of that third period.
Right. I mean, if you draw it up, that's great to come out of the locker room in a power play. Maybe it can take some of the wind out of the sails of this Mitchell Marlin team, because they came out in the second a different team than they were in the first and controlled the second period.
We were joking and laughing about cherry picking for McKenna Tronis, but it's a strategy that if they can get to work, and they're going to have to take some risks. They're going to have to try it. They're going to have to get someone, whether it be Reese Amick or McKenna Tronis, maybe Mimak, who has 10 goals, but probably those two between Amick and Tronis, you're going to have to take the risk and give up some odd opportunities on the defensive side to try and get some opportunities, better scoring chances on the other side. Because, again, you're not playing to try and say, well, maybe we can come back in this game and tomorrow will be just fine. You're playing to try and get to tomorrow. So those chances are going to have to come from Tronis and Amick that are going to be up in the middle of the ice when the play is on the offensive side for the Watertown Lakers.
Yeah, we do kind of joke a little bit about cherry picking, and of course it's not against the rules. To be honest with you, it's a strategy and probably a good strategy. And if anybody can draw up a strategy, it's Chris Tronis. Chris Tronis is a good coach. He's been down this road many times, and he knows his players very well. And I would be willing to bet that he is going to figure out some sort of strategy to get in that offensive zone faster and try to get a breakaway.
And the strategy of being able to talk, okay, this is how we're going to kill the penalty off, and this is exactly what we're going to do after that to try and get those 2 goals back in this third period. They don't have to outscore Watertown by 3. They're just going to outscore them by 2 in this next period to force overtime and to try and get that win. But, you're playing for your season to stay alive for one more day. And this third period, obviously Watertown, they survived that second period more so than Mitchell, trying to attack in that second period. I mean, it was 11-3 in shots in that second for Mitchell. Nyla Vanelli was fantastic.
Yep.
It was Watertown back on their heels, and Mitchell just unable to score, and you got to give a lot of credit to Vanelli making those 11 saves on those 11 shots.
Well, that's a period where, your goalie held you together in that second period, because the Mitchell Marlins, to be honest with you, from the first puck drop of that second period, they ran the Lakers. They ran them.
and yet still didn't find any. And Watertown doesn't have to score anymore. If that happens again in the third period and Mitchell doesn't score, Watertown will take it. You're just trying to do your best to survive and advance into Saturday. 3-1 is their score for the Watertown Lakers over the Mitchell Marlins. When we come back, we'll fill you in on the bracket from earlier today in that first game and also tell you about what's upcoming in the last 2 games of the day. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Do something to launch your future at Lake Area Tech. It's a living, working, thought-producing environment to help you level up in the workforce. Combined with hands-on training and real-world experience, you'll be ready to find a high-paying career you'll love right out of school, the way 99% of our graduates do. It's the best return on your college investment, the quickest path to your future success. Lake Area Tech, the start of something new.
Beck Motor Company would like to send a big congratulations to all the high school hockey teams across the state. What an incredible season of hard work, dedication, and unforgettable moments on the ice. Whether you're gearing up for the next season or just need a reliable ride, Beck Motor Company is here for all your automotive needs. From new vehicles to expert service, we've got you covered so you can focus on the game. Thank you to all the teams for giving us a season to remember. Beck Motor Company is proud to support our athletes every step of the way. Beck Motor Company, your local Chevy dealer, serving Central South Dakota for 56 years.
AGE Corporation has been building South Dakota for nearly 60 years. For all your site work, construction, and crane needs, AGE is there for you. If you need a boat dock and dock lighting, AGE has what you need. Visit their website, agecorp.com, or give them a call at 223-2732. AGE Corporation, providing high-quality services without sacrificing safety. Visit agecorp.com or call 223-2732.
Winning in hockey takes dedication, skill, and teamwork, just like winning in real estate. Hi, I'm Tara Sonnenschein with Kathy Sonnenschein Property, a proud South Dakotan and experienced realtor with over 60 combined years of helping buyers and sellers find success. Whether you're looking for your dream home or ready to sell, we're here to put our expertise to work for you. With a commitment, we'll help you navigate the market with confidence. Let's make your real estate goals a reality. Call us today at 605-224-5588.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
As we welcome you back, it is a 3-1 lead on the Kubota scoreboard for the Watertown Lakers over the Mitchell Marlins. Earlier today, it was an 8-3 win for the Sioux Center Storm over the Rushmore Thunder. 3 had always been the magic number to win. You had at least to score 3 goals. Rushmore got 3 goals, but did not win that game. And Sioux Center, an 8-3 win. Rushmore eliminated from the tournament. Sioux Center will advance to the Consolation Championship tomorrow. They're awaiting the winner of this game, which again, if it stays, it will be the number 8 seed Watertown Lakers that will advance to face Sioux Center in the 5th place game. Other 2 games coming up tonight. 6 o'clock is the scheduled puck drop, so an hour and 13 minutes from now, it'll be Brookings and Owyhee in the number 2-3 matchup. And then at 8:30, it'll be Sioux Falls and Aberdeen, the top seed against the 4th seed Aberdeen. And the 2 winners will meet in the championship. The 2 teams that fall in that game will play for 3rd place. It is 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 7 o'clock tomorrow. The 5th place game at 1 o'clock, 3rd place at 4 o'clock, and the state championship at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, all here on the Shields Iceplex, as well as also on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Jim, you are the Watertown broadcaster, so we'll ask, what does Watertown need to do to make sure they win this game?
Well, you got to come out of the locker room hard. You're going to come out on a power play, and boy, if you could get a power play goal, that would be huge. But it's going to be important for the Lakers to play smart. A little puck possession when you need it. Obviously don't turn the puck over. You have to play smart hockey right now. Not too smart and you don't want to lay back because you do have to keep pushing, but you do have to play a little smart hockey right now for the Lakers.
And I will say for Mitchell, you want that second period just like the third period with something in the back of the net. You got to have at least 2 outscore Watertown by 2, but everything they did in the second period was what you wanted to see from the Mitchell Marlins, except getting those goals. That was the only thing that didn't go right for them in that second period. So if they have that same type of attack and same type of intensity in that third period, they're going to like what they see in the second and third overall. It's just, do they have enough in the tank to catch the Watertown Lakers?
Well, enough in the tank, and both of these benches are not that deep. So hopefully maybe most of these teams are in the same situation when legs get tired.
3-1, Watertown leads as we head to the third period. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Fieldhouse with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big screen TVs. The Fieldhouse, 2013 East Gate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
When you're looking for quality trash pickup services, look no further than Envirotech. 6 days a week, their trucks are on the road picking up trash, even holidays. They're also the place to contact for recycling services. Their friendly, professional staff is ready to assist with weekly pickups or even special pickups. Check out the website at envirotechwaste.com. Envirotech is locally operated. Call 224-4804. Envirotech Waste Services in Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Capital City Toyota is proud to sponsor the state varsity hockey tournaments with a special shout out to all the seniors. You've worked hard, now it's your time to shine. Just like a championship team, we bring the funnest car buying experience in South Dakota. Find your perfect new or pre-owned ride today. Good luck to all the teams and seniors from Capital City Toyota.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
We welcome you back as we get set for the third period. It is a 3-1 lead for the Watertown Lakers over the Mitchell Marlins. John McClure alongside Jim Lloyd. Jim Lloyd's got the call of the third period as Watertown tries to get this win and go to the Consolation Championship.
And the teams are back on the ice. It was Watertown Lakers in the first, Mitchell Marlins in the second. And we will see who came to play between these two teams, Taranis and Lloyd.
Here's a Pelican Power Sports power play.
Yeah, as Taranis carries it in, short-handed, opportunity. There goes a shot on. Vanelli's got it. As she takes a first shot. Taranis is one that you want to look out for. We talked about it in the intermission. She was kind of sneaking out on the Lakers just a little bit up to that blue line, and we've seen them do it before. Offensive faceoff coming here for Taranis. This is won by Lloyd in the near corner. Taranis is pushing on her. I've mentioned it earlier. Two really good friends are those two, is Taranis and Lloyd. And Harper Hendricks trying to push it up through the neutral zone. Amick forces the Lakers to start all the way down on the other end. Lloyd, I thought she was going to trap it. Now she's going to get it going with her legs. Taranis going to stop her as she's going to enter the offensive zone. And the Lakers push it all the way across. Regrouping here is Hendricks in the neutral zone. It is a power play for the Watertown Lakers. It was a Zimmer penalty right at the end of that period, and I missed it. Nonetheless, it's a power play opportunity. Kayla Randall just inside the blue line, gets it over to Lloyd. Lloyd going to try to get to her forehand. Puck is pushed along into the near corner. Just barely in that second period. 50 seconds, we're underneath a minute in this power play opportunity for the Lakers. Meg Zundy can't hold it in that offensive zone. Everybody's going to have to check up, and Lloyd touches it just inside. And we're going to get an offsides call.
And a hockey headquarters loose equipment that I believe it was Zundy that lost her stick near the boards here.
We haven't had the equipment loose very often in this one. Pelican Power Sports power play, however, with 30 seconds left. Pushing it in is Murray. She's going to stop right at the blue line now. She gets it in the offensive zone as the Mitchell Marlins throw it back out. This is Matthews in the neutral zone. Grace Webb tries to tap it along, and this is Reese Amick. She's going to come in all by herself, and Schleisner collides with her and goes down hard, and she gets to the bench. In this power play opportunity, 9 seconds left for the Lakers, not able to set up anything in an offensive zone on the power play. As Vanilli leaves that puck for Matthews. We are full strength as Lloyd pushes it up to the neutral zone to Webb. Webb's going to push it along, and Zimmer, after her 2-minute break in the penalty box, it pins the puck up in the near corner. This is Taranis trying to lay the lumber on Lloyd. Kind of came up and missed. As this one is pushed out to the near boards. This is Matthews. Matthews with a good shot, looking for a 5-hole. O'Connor's got it closed up as Lloyd chases it over to the far corner. Looks like the offense is going to get going here for the Lakers. Pushing it on is Lloyd with a backhand. Down in the near corner, trying to get it back out to Lloyd. Offensive play here. Now it is turned over. Mitchell Marlins going to try to work it up. This is Boffleson as she goes down hard and in front of her own bench. Puck is in the neutral zone. And this is Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss going to try to put it on and does. And Nyla Vanelli has got that one trapped. Nyla Vanelli. She's the transfer from Minnesota to the Watertown Lakers. As Amick and Schleissner are going to face off. Offensive face-off here from the Mitchell Marlins, and here comes Hendricks. Hendricks is in a foot race down to the far end with Wyatt. Wyatt just tapped her off as Hendricks was going to her forehand. This is Kayla Randall. Kept it alive in the offensive zone, thrown in by Zunde. Deep in the far side. This is Hendricks. Held in now by Knopf. Puck is trapped. As Schleissner's going to follow that one up. And now we're into the near corner. Offensive zone play here for the Lakers. Schleissner trying to get it from Mimek. Pinching down is Knopf. Knopf's going to take it into the near corner, try to push it towards the net, and gets taken off on a skate of a Mitchell Marlin. Schleissner doing a nice job protecting the puck in the neutral zone. Amick's going to bring it in on her backhand. Amick in the zone and takes a shot. Goes Karams all the way around. Lothman right in front of that Laker bench, going to hold the zone. Schleissner over there to help out. Players go down. That's Gracelyn Webb digging it out of there. And the Lakers are on the move up through the neutral zone. That was Allard. Lloyd's off the bench, and she's going to take it in on her forehand. Fans on it. Good thing she did, because it was probably blocked away by Hotchkiss. And we're up in the neutral zone. Turning it around is Harper Hendricks over to Zunde. Zunde trying to push it up the ice. She's got it back in front of her own zone. She's going to clear a little space, going to push it over to Hendricks. Hendricks and Lloyd are going to enter in. As Hendricks skates it in, she loses her feet and pushes it in deep. Taranis or the Mitchell Marlins going to come up out of the defensive zone with her feet. This is Taranis. She has Mimek on her right-hand side. We're going in 2-on-2. Pass over to Mimek. She gets a hold of it. And Lila Vanelli squares up with her. As we're going to have a penalty here, and I got a feeling that's going to be a high stick, and that's going to go against Taranis.
That's a big penalty after a big save from Nyla Vanelli first. And then on top of that, it's a penalty against the Marlins. And McKenna Taranis taking away one of the two top goal scorers for the Mitchell Marlins for the next 2 minutes or less. And it's a big golden opportunity for the Watertown Lakers.
Watertown Lakers have not been very good on the power play. In fact, they have not generated maybe a shot or two, but have not been able to set up in the offensive zone on a power play. And this is Mimek. She's drawing a crowd as she enters the offensive zone into the near corner. Taps it back out. Up the ice. Mitchell Marlins. This is Mimek. Mimek's going to throw it off the back of the net. You can't score from there. This is Wyatt. Wyatt puts one on. This is all shorthanded opportunities here for the Mitchell Marlins. Now Schleissner's going to get it in back of her own goalie. Going to try to settle this one down and get it going in the right direction. Wyatt at the red line. And Allard. Allard going to get it up to Matthews. And Knopf. Knopf going to retreat into the defensive zone. Now this one comes up to Gracelyn Webb. Gracelyn Webb on the red line. Going to try to push it in the right direction. She's going to enter the offensive zone. Going to try to get it in deep. This is a power play opportunity for the Lakers. We're approaching that 1 minute mark left in this power play. And not being able to set anything up is the Watertown Lakers, as this one is slapped in by Zimmer and clearing the puck. On the far side, this is Schleissner. She's going to get it going with her legs up to Webb. Webb can't handle it on her stick as it goes all the way back down, clearing the puck once again. Zimmer's on the chase as Nyla Vanelli backhands it away from Zimmer. and held in by the Mitchell Marlins. We're at 36 seconds in this power play for the Lakers. You wouldn't know it if you were looking at it, as the Lakers have not been able to set up. This is Lloyd on the far side. She's in space in the neutral zone. Got Hendricks on her left. She's going to take a shot, looking for a rebound. Rebounds herself into the near corner, looking for a centering pass to Kayla Randall. Randall can't hold it in. Circling back around is Zunde. Zunde over to Knopf, up to Lloyd, up to Hendricks, up to Randall's. Now Hendricks got it, walking around the red line. Collision. It's center ice with Boflison. And Lloyd brings it in on her backhand, tries to go to her forehand, going to throw it at the net. And we are full strength. It's a 3-1 game, Watertown Lakers. 3 unanswered goals in that second period. I'm sorry, in that first period. Nothing happened in the second period. This is Taranis. Taranis coming off of a penalty. She's going to enter 1-on-4 on her forehand. She's going to get up to the dot. Now she goes down, and a shot goes on. We got a loose equipment. Hockey headquarters. Gonna fix you up with that. Looking for a wraparound. Nyla Vanilli was ready. That wraparound came in by Wyatt. Virginia Wyatt, body's down in front. Wyatt's gonna try it again. Now a centering pass. Over to Taranis. Taranis in the far corner. And the puck is loose. And goes all the way across the ice. Gracelyn Webb. Gracelyn Webb gonna handle the puck. Tries to get it up to Lloyd. Lloyd's got it on her stick. Gonna push it all the way up. And it is gonna be an icing call. And trying to survive were the Watertown Lakers there, up and out of the defensive zone.
That is 8:59 left. Watertown, they're now 0 for 6 in the power play in the state tournament and just haven't been able to generate anything. But the best thing about the Watertown Lakers not scoring right now, Mitchell hasn't been able to score shorthanded, and it's been a lot of 5-on-4 play for the Watertown Lakers.
Kennan off after the face-off. The 27th locked puck along the boards.
27 might be too few.
These two teams like to tie up the puck. Puck in front. Where's it at? It's a loose puck. Manelli can't find it. Where's it at? It's under that mob of players somewhere. Nyla Vanelli was scrambling and pushing legs to try to get to that one.
And really good job by Vanelli watching that puck and not moving too much, but just seeing where that puck was at to be able to get that covered. Real quick, you are listening to KCCR FM Blunt, a Riverfront broadcasting station.
Zimmer takes a slap shot into the chest of Nyla Vanelli. Nyla Vanelli, she's been squared up to some of those slap shots.
We've got Emma Schleicher with 2 goals. Nyla Vanelli's with 27 saves on 28 shots. If the score holds out, it's going to be really tough to pick our player of the game, with both those players being very deserving.
Far side Allard chips it up out of the zone, and Zimmer's going to have to chase back deep in her defensive zone. Grace Webb giving pressure. This puck comes up. Defense to defense for the Lakers. This is Murray going to tap it up to Allard. Allard, Gracelyn, Webb, as Schleissner picks it up out of the net. Schleissner's going to race in on her backhand. Going to throw it on a backhand up to O'Connor, and she's got it.
Well, Schleissner is also maybe thinking that she can push our minds to go towards Schleissner with that backhanded shot. If you get another one, and then with a hat trick, it's going to be really hard to pick against her.
Offensive face-off here for the Lakers. And that's Lloyd. She won it to Hendricks. Defense to defense. This is Knopf. Knopf to Hendricks with a one-timer. And went way off the rack. I thought it was going to get closer to on. She missed most of it. As the Lakers have to check up. Lloyd's late getting out of the offensive zone. Players in front. A trap puck as Taranis chases it out in the neutral zone. Gets tapped off her stick by Randall. Mitchell Marlins are in. Meg Zunde in that far corner. Turning this one around is Taranis with a backhand pass, looking for Wyatt. Nobody home. Good coverage in front by Zunde. Here's Harper Hendricks, going to take it in front of her own goalie. He's going to get the speed going. She just pushes that puck with one hand. As the Lakers are getting somebody else on the ice there. That was Allard. Hendricks control the puck. This is what we're talking about. Lloyd is stuck up on the blue line here. She's going to fire it in deep. Smart play. Lakers have to be smart with the puck. 7:02 left in this one. It's Watertown Lakers 3-1. Puck is trapped over on the far side. 29th time a trapped puck. I keep counting them. I don't remember any game that there's been more trapped pucks than this one. As this one gets fired in from Schleicher just inside the blue line. Out of traffic in front. Mimic's going to race it up out of that defensive zone. She's got a head of steam. Players go down is Graceland Webb. And we thought it was maybe a trip. Players were calling for a trip. Nothing called. Murray's going to circle back in her defensive zone. A long stretch pass up into the neutral zone. And this puck's going to dribble back. Nyla Vanilli hands it to Murray. Defensive zone. Puck up front. That was Virginia Wyatt. That almost got a gift up between the wheels there on an errant pass. Mitchell Marlins looking for a long pass. Hits Webb in the neutral zone. Puck goes back to the defense of Watertown. Looking up to Schleissner on the red line right in front of us. He's on a hat trick watch as she's going to go down and get some fresh legs. Emma Schleissner getting 2 goals. As this puck comes up, tied up is Taranis and Murray. Puck comes up just enough out of the zone. We're going to get an offsides call here on the Mitchell Marlins. 5:39. John, the Mitchell Marlins, perhaps it gets to the point where you're going to have to start pushing a little.
Obviously,
they need a goal.
You're not at the point where you're going to be pull the goalie yet, but everything has got to be going to the net if you're the Mitchell Marlins. Everything has to go to the net.
This is Taranis. She tries to carry it in. Good resistance there by Lloyd. Offensive play continues. This is Zimmer. Zimmer tries to step around. Nice defensive play there by the Lakers. That was Allard. And out in the neutral zone play as Harper Hendricks. She's going to retreat wisely, create herself a little space, going to push it up forward. Turned over Mimic. Right on the red line as the Mitchell Marlins. Going to take it into the offensive zone. A slap shot coming right into the glove. That slap shot went in by Bofflesen. And right into the glove of Nyla Vanilli. Nyla Vanilli, she's tracking the puck.
Yesterday, Mitchell was down 3-1. They got a goal late from McKenna Tronis to make it a 3-2 game. They gave themselves a chance, so that just because it's 3-1, this is still well within reach.
Shots on goal, 29 shots compared to 14. Mitchell Marlins out shooting the Lakers by double. And here comes Schleicher. She's got a head of steam. She's going to go in on her backhand. Going to beat everybody. Get to the forehand. Hat trick watch as she gets taken out, and O'Connor had it covered. And Zimmer, I believe, came in like a rocket.
And that's I didn't really see where Zimmer came from. That was a possibility of maybe getting a penalty off of that. But looks like a timeout will be taken by Coach Tronis. I think some of it was that she lost her balance and kind of just fell over into anybody. That's where could have been something. But again, you get late in this with 4:48 to go. You really don't want to take any extra. You don't want to take a penalty right now. And as a referee, you don't really want to call anything that could potentially not be a penalty. Everything you're going to call right now is going to be egregious. But Coach Tronis knows how important these next 4:48 is to try and get that first goal to make it a 3-2 game. They need one here soon to make this a 1-goal game.
You think Emma Schleicher wants a hat trick? She came in the offensive zone and beat everybody to the rack.
This is an opportunity, and again, we also want to remind everybody that after the game's over, South Dakota Amateur Hockey, this is going to sound like a real Southerner, South Dakota Amateur Hockey.
How far south are you from?
Maybe Canadian, I don't know. But the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association will be naming a player of the game, and we will be talking to that player of the game coming up. Will it be a Watertown Laker with a 3-1 lead right now, or will a Mitchell Marlin end up with the win and the player of the game? I think we've got two good candidates right now between Nyla Vanelli, who's made 28 saves on 29 shots, and Emma Schleicher, who's got 2 goals of the 3 for Watertown.
4:48 left in this third period. One of these teams is going to have the end of the season come.
Offensive faceoff coming here for the Watertown Lakers. It's going to be Lloyd and Tronis. They've done it a million times in their career, those two. It's won by the Mitchell Marlins. On the far side, going to try to turn this one up is Wyatt. And looking a little long for Tronis. Perhaps, John, that was drawn up. Try to get Tronis out on a breakaway.
Everything, yeah, you're going to see Tronis, and obviously you're going to try and maybe get Reese, Amick, and Tronis on the same line, but if you don't, the reason why you're not going to see that is because you're going to try and get Reese going the other way, get Amick going the other way for a breakout play.
Riley Wiedenbach reporting for the Mitchell Marlins. Puck tied up in the far corner. That's good when you tie it up if you're a Laker fan right now. Let the clock run.
Those tie-up pucks in this third period are all for Watertown.
Harper Hendricks comes out with a centering pass. This is Knopf. Knopf broken up in traffic. Hendricks can't get it going in the right direction. This puck is up and all the way back down. We are going to have an icing call. Another offensive faceoff for the Watertown Lakers.
And you saw McKenna Tronis slow up, knowing that was going to be an icing, preserving the legs.
Yep.
You know, some would say, well, you got to be skating hard the whole way. Not with 4:06 left to go. You got to preserve everything that you got. When you know you're not going to get that puck, you don't need to be wasting any extra energy.
If you're a Laker fan, you need that clock to keep running. After the faceoff, this is held in by Matthews. Takes a shot, can't make it in traffic. As Randall. Randall fires it over to Hendricks. Hendricks takes a shot wide of the rack. It's Lloyd in the near corner. Kayla Randall going to keep it alive as it gets taken off the stick of Amick. Offensive zone, deep offensive zone here for the Lakers. This puck gets left, and Lloyd comes in. Deep in the offensive zone, far side, Meg Zunde. Meg Zunde. We have a loose equipment over there, hockey headquarters. Meanwhile, down on the other end, Amick tries a step around, and a nice play by Matthews. And the defensive zone for the Watertown Lakers gets tipped off the stick again. That was Lloyd, keeping it in the neutral zone. This is Zunde to Lloyd. Does she have anything left as she comes in? 1-on-3, going to take a shot, and does make it to the pads of O'Connor. Lloyd's going to go get a shift change here, and up come the Lakers, holding it in their offensive zone. The clock is ticking. It's 2:50 left in this one. Zimmer throws it in deep. Nyla Vanelli leaving it for a teammate. This is Knopf. Knopf up out of the, trying to get it up out of the defensive zone. Puck now caroms back around that Watertown Laker. Lakers going to turn it around in their defensive zone. Mitchell Marlins have the puck down in that far corner. That is Wyatt. Lakers playing smart hockey, finding space. Grayson Webb. Grayson Webb's going to go in 1-on-1. She's been close on the doorstep this whole game, and Grayson Webb puts it on net. South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association player of the game is coming.
Jenny Werkus has the puck, but we don't have a player of the game yet. We're still trying to decide. I think we have a good indication who it's going to be, but there's still 2-17 decided.
We're not telling.
We're not going to tell.
We're not telling yet.
We'll let you know after the game's over with.
Going in, Lloyd and Tronis, offensive faceoff. It's cleared out of the offensive zone. Chasing down is Mimic. Mimic and Murray in the back of Nyla Vanelli. Cleared out into the corner. This is Tronis into the near corner. Two players go down. This is Tronis. I believe she's sitting on the puck right now. She is sitting on the puck.
They pulled the goalie. O'Connor is out. And they're
extra attacker. And this goes Zimmer out into the far corner. Smart hockey by the Lakers here. And it's cleared away by Murray into an open net. Good effort, but we're going to come back down for an offensive faceoff. Minute 38 left in this game. One of these teams are going to end their season. Two teams that know each other very well, and you can tell the way they play against one another. Tronis and Lloyd
again
going to go in for the faceoff.
Mitchell did score an empty net goal yesterday.
This is Amick throwing it in front. Tronis and a puck. How did it not go in? Nyla Vanelli. Probably better send a Christmas card to the Mitchell Marlins in front.
She made 2 saves right there. That was all of Vanelli making those saves.
Yeah, that puck was wide open except for one pad. As this shot goes on, warded away by Vanelli. Out of the zone. The Lakers can taste it. We're getting to that 1 minute mark. Everybody's going to pin the puck in front of that Laker bench. Good time for Coach Kranz to talk to his players as they're pinned up a bit. This is Taranis. Taranis going to come in with a shot and a rebound off the pad of Vanelli. Players down and back, centering puck. Vanelli once again finds it again. Vanelli, where's the puck? Vanelli get on top of it, and she did. Nyla Vanelli standing on her head. 45 seconds left.
Unbelievable last 2 minutes for Nyla Vanelli. 34 saves on 35 shots.
There was a game up in Aberdeen, South Dakota this year where she did the same thing. Aberdeen had no way around her as Nyla Vanelli is holding the Lakers.
Watertown takes their timeout now. I think more for Vanelli than anybody else. She's got to take a break.
35 shots on goal for the Mitchell Marlins. 17 shots on goal for the Lakers. And to be honest with you, though, Mitchell Marlins are putting it on the Lakers. There's no doubt about it. They're all playing them.
I think Mitchell has got to be frustrated right now. But the thing is that Mitchell's done everything right to come back and try and win this game. There's nothing. Coach Stratus is going to be. All the Mitchell players are going to be upset if they don't come back and score 2 goals in the next 45 seconds.
Yep.
But from a outside looking in, they did everything right in the second and third period. They dominated the game. But
the Lakers went up 3-1 at the end of one, and it's been Mitchell Marlins for 2 periods.
From 7:52 to 1:48, when the first and third goal were scored for Watertown, you want those back for Mitchell, but you don't want to really change what you did in the second and third period because you did everything right to score goals. You just didn't find a way to score goals with now 45 seconds left.
Offensive faceoff here for the Mitchell Marlins. They have an extra attacker with O'Connor sitting on the bench, and this shot goes wide. Kayla Randall chasing to the far corner, trying to clear the puck. Chasing around his mimic, and we are going to have a tripping call on the Lakers, and I believe that's going to go on Janelle Lloyd.
Yeah, so
36 seconds left here as Lloyd's going to take a penalty, and it's going to be a trip.
Now, if you can get the face-off win for Watertown, you can clear this all the way down without any repercussion, which will take a lot of time off the clock with only 36.2 to go.
You like to think that one clearing puck might be the difference here. As Harper Hendricks does everything she can. Nyla Vanelli's got it somewhere. Off the face-off. 5 ticks off the clock. 31.9. Lloyd is in the bench. And Kurt Kranz says clear the puck. Zimmer steps up with a slap shot. She misses everything. Taranis couldn't get her stick on it. Kayla Randall trying to get a stick on it. Got to clear the puck if you're the Watertown Lakers. Ticking down. 20-second mark. This is a centering pass. Taranis can't get on. This is Zimmer. Zimmer into the pad of Nyla Vanelli. Where is it? Nyla Vanelli's looking everywhere for it. She wants to stay on top of this one. Nyla Vanelli with a cover with 7 seconds left. And the Watertown Lakers look to be advancing to the consolation game. They get to play at 1 o'clock.
7.7 seconds to go. I mean, Mitchell has to score pretty much all the face-off. They need 2 goals in 7.7.
Taranis wins that one to Amick, and Amick fires it into Taranis. She wasn't ready for that. Well, guess what? We're going to pin the puck in the near corner, and that's going to be a Watertown Lakers win. It's a 3-1. 3-1 win. The Watertown Lakers break the back of the Mitchell Marlins. Mitchell Marlins beat them 3 times this season, and the Lakers were there when it counts in the state tournament. It's the girls' varsity state tournament from the Shields Iceplex. We will be back to recap this one as the Lakers advance to the game tomorrow at 1 o'clock. It's a 3-1 win. Watertown Lakers over the Mitchell Marlins.
Kubota Orange Days delivers the savings you need for the life you love. Shop a wide selection of equipment at your local dealer, including America's #1 selling compact tractor. and get your perfect match delivered to your door, designed for comfort and built for performance. And now through June 30th, get 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months on select compact tractors.
Please visit one of the South Dakota Kubota dealers today. Calling all hockey fans to the 2025 Hall of Fame and Awards Banquet. Join us April 11th at the Sioux Falls Convention Center to celebrate this year's Class of 25 Hall of Fame inductees and our high school award winners. Single tickets are $65, with reserved tables of 8 for $520 and sponsorship tables for $800. Doors open at 6 o'clock, with the event starting at 7. The Hall of Fame and Awards Banquet Night, Friday, April 11th at the Sioux Falls Convention Center. Get your ticket and table now.
The puck drops, the crowd roars. South Dakota hockey is in full swing. Capital City Ford is proud to support this year's state varsity hockey tournaments and celebrate the dedication, teamwork, and passion of every player on the ice. To all the seniors, congratulations on an incredible season. Whether you're heading off to college or staying close to home, we're here for all of your automotive needs. Stop by Capital City Ford in Pierre. We'll get you on the road to your next adventure. Capital City Ford in Pierre, driven by community, powered by you.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Whale Construction, building custom homes, shops, garages, and remodels since 1998. Troy and his team will make your home your dream home. Whale Construction uses reputable subcontractors and products to make your build or remodel your dream come true. Call or message Troy today at 605-380-4473. That's 605-380-4473. Or message him at troy@whaleconstruction.com.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
As we welcome you back, it is a 3-1 win for the Watertown Lakers over the Mitchell Marlins. We will have our player of the game in just a moment. Nyla Vanelli is our player of the game. We will talk with her as she had to go get a picture real quick, and we'll skate back across the ice before talking with Jim Lloyd, who is downstairs and with Nyla Vanelli on the visitors bench. First time we can see that this weekend. Take it away, Jim.
I'm now the Watertown Lakers bench with the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association's player of the game, Nyla Vanelli, the goaltender for the Watertown Lakers. Nyla, you start off that game, 11 seconds in, you're down 1-0. What's going through your head?
I was frustrated. I was like, oh no, this is not going to be good. And then I just looked at the game went on, and I was like, oh, okay, I got this. And I just like left that one aside.
That's what goalies do. They have short memories. Your teammates come back and score 3, and you're stuck there for the rest of the game. Take us through some of the parts of that game.
I think I was just like, once we scored the 3 goals, I mean, I was just like, I walked out the bench and I got it, and my eyes were just wide open. I was just like amazed, and I was so happy. And then second period came, and I was with a lot of shots, and I was like, oh no. I was like, we're screwed. And then I ended it, and I was really so happy. And it was stressful. Everything seemed to go a lot more shots today. And oh no, I got the penalty, and I was like, oh no. But then I had 7 seconds left. And I was like,
You don't want to see that?
37.
Who's counting, right? Nyla Vanelli, South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association, player of the game. You get to play tomorrow. Congratulations.
So it is a 3-1 win for the Watertown Lakers over the Mitchell Marlins. So we will move Watertown now over to take on Sioux Center at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on that Saturday championship day. And they will play at 1 o'clock against the Sioux Center Storm. All the goals were in the first period. It was 11 seconds in, as Jim said. Reese Ament got the goal from McKenna Tronis, made it 1-0. Then Watertown tied the game. Emma Schleisner got the first goal, an unassisted goal with 7:52 to go. Then Sloan Allard scored just about a minute and 20 seconds later to make it 2-1. And then with 1:48 remaining, Schleisner made it a 3-1 lead. And from Sloan Allard and Graceland Webb, as Schleisner honorable mention for player of the game, getting those 2 goals. But Watertown with a big win to advance to the Consolation Championship against the Sioux Center Storm. Mitchell Marlins season comes to an end as they go 0-2 in the tournament, finish 11-12 overall, including the state tournament, finish at 11-12, as it will be Sioux Center, the 6th seed against the 8th seed Watertown Lakers at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We're getting set and getting close to coverage time of the Hawaii Capitals and the Brookings Rangers. If you're in the Brookings area and you're going to have to be listening on the radio, again, it's KBRK, 1430 a.m., not KKQQ, it'll be 1430 a.m., KBRK, obviously on Capital City Rock 104.5 in the Pier area, and you can watch it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. We're about 20 minutes away from coverage time between the Capitals and the Brookings Rangers. It is a 6 o'clock puck drop here at the Shields Iceplex as the Caps will be looking to get to the state championship. And talking with Coach Brady Penny from Sioux Falls earlier, if the Capitals do it, if they're able to get to the state championship or even win it, you're looking at the other 3 teams that have won all the time over the course of the state tournaments. And now a chance for maybe the Capitals to do that. But real quick, Jim, your final thoughts on this Watertown win here this afternoon to get to the Consolation semifinal or championship?
Well, I have black and yellow in my blood. So what a nice win for the Watertown Lakers. It really was. They've had one of those seasons, 2-17-1. They just, we talked about it, they just can't get over that hump and win a game. And today, I think they played different. Outplayed by the Mitchell Marlins for 2 periods. And you've got a goalie that stands on her head and hand it to the Watertown Lakers. They got it done.
They got it done, and they will advance and face Sioux Center tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So that'll be our first game of the day tomorrow. And we will still have 2 more games left to go here in this game, or this day, as it'll be Brookings and Oahe, and then Sioux Falls and Aberdeen coming up here tonight. 5:45 with coverage. Just about 19 minutes from now, we'll get back on the air for Oahe and Brookings here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Final score, Watertown. They beat the Mitchell Marlins 3-1 and advance to the Consolation Championship. We'll see you at 5:45 back here at the Shields Iceplex.
You've been listening to the State Hockey Tournament presented by Kubota. The State Hockey Tournament is brought to you by AGE, Papa Murphy's, AirTech, Pepper Sports Center, Beck Motors, Xander Auto Parts, May Adam, Lake Area Technical College, Whale Construction, Capital City Ford, Lincoln and Toyota, Kathy Sunshine Properties, Weatherall Roofing, Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, Envirotech, Pelican Power Sports, Wagner Auto, The Hockey Headquarters, The Field House, Ferding Electric, First United Methodist Church, Hermanson Endodontics, and the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association. Join us all tournament long on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota's sports leader.